Former Sacramento Kings coach George Karl is once again in the spotlight, and not for the reasons any NBA figure would want.
This time, it's former Kings assistant Nancy Lieberman who has come forward, shedding serious light on what she claims was a toxic, racially charged locker room atmosphere under Karl's leadership, including explosive altercations with star big man DeMarcus Cousins.
Karl's NBA coaching resume may look impressive on paper. From leading the Seattle Supersonics to 6 straight 55-win seasons and a trip to the NBA Finals in 1996, to long stints with the Milwaukee Bucks and Denver Nuggets, he was once respected as one of the sharpest minds in the game. But his final stop in Sacramento painted a very different picture.
From the moment he joined the Kings, Karl struggled to connect with the team's cornerstone, DeMarcus Cousins. And according to Lieberman, things behind closed doors were far worse than fans ever imagined.
Speaking on the 3s and 1s podcast, Lieberman didn't hold back. She revealed that Cousins tried to physically confront Karl twice in the locker room. There were 2 times in the locker room when DeMarcus tried to beat up George Karl, she said. While tension between players and coaches isn't new in the NBA, physical altercations like this are rare and telling. Cousins, for his part, has never gone into deep detail about his beef with Karl. He did, however, speak candidly on All the Smoke, saying, "Incredible mind, he's just the worst coach. It's just everything that comes with it." Cousins clearly respected Karl's basketball IQ but couldn't tolerate the rest of his behavior.
Lieberman went a step further, calling out Karl not just for poor leadership, but for racist behavior behind the scenes. "I thought George was one of the most racist people," Lieberman stated bluntly.
"I sat in the meetings. It was unbelievable."
That's a serious accusation. And one that reflects not only a fractured player-coach relationship, but also a deep divide between Karl and his own coaching staff.
Lieberman's testimony shines a spotlight on something often left unspoken in pro sports: the code of silence among coaches.
She said that Cousins' confrontations with Karl weren't just damaging in the moment, they effectively ended his NBA career because the coach's circle blackballed him. "That's why he's not given a chance," Lieberman explained.
That coach's circle is no joke. And it's hard to argue with her.
Cousins, a 4-time NBA All-Star, was once one of the league's most dominant big men.
But after Sacramento, his opportunities quickly dried up.
Whether it was injuries, attitude, or something deeper, the doors seemed to close far too quickly for a player of his caliber.
As for Karl, this isn't the first time he's faced public criticism.
Carmelo Anthony, another former star coached by Karl, has also been vocal over the years about Karl's questionable methods and disconnect with players.
Despite all the pushback,
Karl has continued to speak out post-retirement, often taking shots at former players and defending his legacy. Now, with Lieberman going public, the image Karl has tried to preserve is once again under fire, and this time, the allegations are not just about coaching decisions, but about racial bias and damaging team culture. It's a sobering reminder that what happens behind closed doors can define a coach's legacy just as much as wins and losses. George Karl was fired by the Kings after just 2 seasons.
And after Lieberman's revelations, it's clear why things fell apart so fast. So, where does this leave the NBA community?
Lieberman's words open up a larger conversation about how coaches are protected, how players like DeMarcus Cousins are labeled difficult, and how systemic issues can destroy a team from the inside out. Whether or not Karl responds to these claims, one thing is certain.
The truth about the Kings' locker room under his leadership is finally coming to light. And it's not pretty.